Hello and welcome to my League 2 Gameweek 9 predictions. If you have enjoyed the League 2 predictions so far, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll just jump straight into the League 2 Gameweek 9 predictions right now. And we start at the Abbey, where Cambridge United take on Fleetwood Town. Cambridge United, 12:30 kickoff. This one getting it very unlucky to not come away with all 3 points against Grimsby on the weekend. Last minute .com win at Fort Grimsby, and that one was a 1-1 draw for them. Fleetwood did draw at Walsall, both 1-1 draws for these two sides last time these sides did play. In League 2 was a 2-1 win for Cambridge at home, and it was a 2-0 away win at Cambridge. In that one, it was in League 1, sorry, they have never played in League 2. These sides, Cambridge usually do okay at home to Fleetwood. Fleetwood haven't won in a while. Last time they did win was away at Barrow. Last time Cambridge won was at home to Newport. Cambridge 13th in the table, Fleetwood in 11th. I'm going to back Neil Harris's boys in this one to win this. I'm going to go for a nice 2-1 home victory to get them started and beat Fleetwood in this one. So yeah, backing Cambridge to win this by 2-1 over Fleetwood in this one. Harrogate versus Shrewsbury now then. Harrogate taking on Shrewsbury. Both sides haven't been really that good so far this season. Harrogate in 17th, Shrewsbury in the bottom two, of course, in 23rd spot. Michael Appleton's problems might be getting a bit worse if he does get sacked by the end of the season. Yeah, they haven't won many. These two have never played each other in a head-to-head. Kind of not surprising, really, considering where Harrogate came from and where Shrewsbury have come from, respectively. What am I going to back in this one? I'm not sure. Last time these sides played, 3-1 loss for Harrogate over Swindon. Both 3-1 losses for these two sides. Last time out, Shrewsbury lost at home to Salford. With previously 1-0 away for win for Mansfield for Harrogate in the cup, and Shrewsbury beat Barnet as well. I am going to back the home side to win this. I'm going to go scrappy. I think it'll be tight, but I think Harrogate will get over the line. I'm going to back them by 1-0 over Michael Appleton and Shrewsbury in this one. I think it could be the final nail in the coffin for Michael Appleton and his Shrewsbury side. So yeah, back in a Harrogate win by 1-0 in this one. So yeah, Harrogate to win this by 1-0 over Shrewsbury. Into the 3 o'clock as we go, and it is Barnet taking on Grimsby. Grimsby do take on Sheffield Wednesday in the Carabao Cup tonight, don't they? Unbeaten in their last 2 games as well. They had a bit of a blip after that Manchester United result, but since then, they've been okay. They've beaten MK Dons 3-2 win. Was a bit of a scrappy game towards the end of that one, and then a draw at home to Cambridge. Barnet did beat Crewe, who seem to be falling off a bit of a cliff since the start of the season. Good away win for Dean Brenner's side. They returned back at home. Last time these sides did play with back in the 21-22 season. It's a 4-3 win for Grimsby at Blundell, but back at the Hive, it was a 2-2 draw. Both these sides have decent records. Barnet, 2 wins at home, 2 away wins for Grimsby at the Hive. Yeah, I think I am going to back the home side in this one. I think Grimsby might be a bit leggy, maybe from the cup game again. Going to back Barnet for a nice 2-1 home victory over Grimsby Town in this one, and them to get over the line. So yeah, back in Barnet to win this by 1-0. Barrow take on Crewe then in the next fixture. Barrow have been on a losing streak, 3 losses on the trot for them. Not very good at all. Crewe did lose to Barnet. They beat Chesterfield 7-1 recently in there. They've lost to Swindon. Apart from that 7-1 win over Chesterfield, they haven't actually been that good. Barrow, yeah, at home in this one. Both sides in a bit of out of form, really, apart from that 7-1 for Crewe. As we keep mentioning, last time these sides did play was a 1-0 win for Barrow last season. It was a 3-0 home win for Crewe back in February earlier this year, of course. Barrow have a decent record here, but Crewe also do. Surely it's not going to be 3 losses on the trot for Andy Wing's side, but I am going to back that. I'm going to back Crewe to win this away from home and go for a nice 2-1 away win for Crewe Alexander. Part of the pressure on Andy Wing. 21st spot Barrow, and they are going to be struggling in my eyes this season. And yeah, backing Crewe to win this by 2-1. Bromley versus Chesterfield now, 2 teams that are up towards the foot end of the League 2 table at the moment. Chesterfield in 6th, Bromley in 7th. Both these sides in the playoff places as of right now in League 2. Bromley did lose to Oldham last time out. Bit of a disappointing loss for Andy Woodman's side in that one. Paul Cook's Chesterfield drawing at home to MK Dons. Not a bad result, but they're still trying to respond from that 7-1 loss at home to Crewe, aren't they? The head-to-head record on this one says Bromley are doing okay. Chesterfield beat them... No, Chesterfield haven't beat them since 2021, actually. Bromley have done quite well. Last time they played in League 2 was a 2-2 draw. And then back at Chesterfield was a 3-0 home Chesterfield win. I am going to back a Bromley win in this one. I can just see it. I don't know why. I'm going to back a Bromley win. I'm going to go by a 3-2. Going to have a bit of a goal fest in this one. And yeah, back in Bromley and Andy Woodman's to beat Paul Cook's side by 3-2 in this one. Cheltenham take on Oldham now then. Cheltenham having a horrid start to the season, only beating Accrington so far by 1-0. Don't think that they do like this kind of start to the season. Do Cheltenham only scored 3 goals all season, 14 conceded, -11 goal difference, only got the 4 points. At the moment, still 1 point away from that drop zone as Newport have been filtered into that bottom 3. Last time these sides did play was back in League 2, was a 2-0 win back in 2021 for Cheltenham and a 2-1 home win for Oldham at Boundary Park. In that one, Cheltenham always do quite well at home against Oldham if you go by previous records. I am going to back a 2-0 Cheltenham. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to back a 1-0 home Cheltenham win in this one. I think it'd be scrappy, but I think Cheltenham Town will get over the line in this one for some reason. I just think it'd be quite tight, but it'd be quite scrappy. But I think Cheltenham will get there by 1-0. So yeah, back in Cheltenham to win this by 1-0 over Oldham Athletic in this one. Colchester versus Bristol Rovers then. The Cowley brothers not having the best run of it recently in the league for Colchester United. At the moment, Bristol Rovers have won 3 on the trot. Grimsby, Newport and Barrow recently, so some really good wins for Darryl Clark's side that propelled themselves up the table and just a few points off the playoffs now, which is good for them, I guess. Or they're actually level on points on the playoffs. They're not that far off on goal difference either. Lost to Accrington for Colchester, bit of a disappointing loss, that one you'd have to say, for for Colchester United in that one, looking to do a lot better. 1-0 away for Bristol Rovers, 1-1 draw back on then. This was a tight one to call, I think. Do Colchester get back to winning ways? Will it be a draw? No, screw it. We're going to back Colchester in this one. I'm going to back them to win by 2-1. I don't know why. I love backing Colchester, but I think they're going to get over the line in this one. So yeah, backing Colchester to beat Bristol Rovers in this one by 2-1. And yeah, good win. And Colchester very much needed for them to get back on track. And yeah, Colchester to win this by 2-1. MK Dons versus Accrington Stanley now then. MK Dons will be looking to win, considering they have not won in their last 3 matches. Last winner was away at Newport, which seems ages ago now, doesn't it? Accrington did beat Colchester at the weekend, did lose to Cheltenham before that. A bit of a disappointing defeat for them in that one. Last time they did play last year was a 2-1 home win for MK Dons, and it was a 2-0 home win for Accrington back at their place. MK Dons have a good record over Accrington in this league. Paul Warren will be looking to do a lot better. The squad capabilities they have isn't very good, but they haven't been firing on all cylinders so far yet this season. They will fire on all cylinders in this one. I'm backing MK Dons to win this quite comfortably. Go for a nice 2-0 home victory for the Dons in this one. And yeah, they'll take that over Accrington. And yeah, definitely to get back inside those playoff places if they want to win the league this year. So yeah, still a long way to go, but backing MK Dons to win this by 2-0. Newport versus Gillingham now then at Rodney Parade. Newport on an absolute free fall at the moment. They did get a draw last time to get a point away at Tranmere last time out. Gillingham still flying under Gareth Ainsworth, beating Notts County at the weekend by 1-0. Very good win. They're very good at grinding out those 1-0 victories. Are Gillingham currently second in the table. Only the 12 goals scored, but then only the 5 conceded. Very, very good resiliently defensively as well. Newport 3, Gillingham 1 was the last time they played back in March earlier this year. 2-0 went back in October 2024 for Newport away at Gillingham. Newport have a brilliant head-to-head against Gillingham. I think that might come up trumps in this one. I'm going to back the away side in this one. It'd feel wrong not to, but then it is League Two and I can see Newport winning this. So I am going to back Gillingham for a nice 3. No, I'll go for a nice 2. Actually, no, scrap that. 1-0 Gillingham. It'd be scrappy, it'd be tight. We know Gareth Ainsworth's sides are really tight to get past. So yeah, I'm going to narrowly back Gillingham in this one by a 1-0. So yeah, I'm going to back Gillingham in this one. Just narrowly by a 1-0 by in this one over Newport County. Notts County versus Crawley. Now then, I think this was it the playoff game a few years ago? It might have been. Oh no, it's MK Dons. That's my bad. Yeah, Crawley, Scotland's starting to pick up a little bit back-to-back wins for them. Win over Harrogate. Was that in the cup or was that in the league? That was in the league. So that was, yeah, back-to-back wins for Scotland and Crawley. Decent back-to-back wins as well. Notts County really inconsistent under Martin Patterson with 2-1 away win at Tranmere, 3-1 loss at Lincoln in the cup. 1-0 home win over Fleetwood and then a 1-0 loss at Gillingham. So really inconsistent Notts County, but that's to be expected from what was going on there last season. They do have a pretty good record at home to Crawley. As I said, they played in League Two at Meadow Lane. Was a 3-1 home Notts County win, 2-1 home win for Crawley in the reverse. I'm good about Notts County in this one. I know Scott Lindsay's side have had a bit of fortune in their last couple of games, but I could just see Notts County winning this again. I'm going for a nice 2-1 home win for Notts County at Meadow Lane in this one, and them to get over the line, and the inconsistent Notts County wheels start spinning again. So yeah, Notts County wins by 2-1. Salford versus Swindon now then. Ian Holloway's side have been ridiculously good so far this season. This would be one of their tests of the season. You would imagine taking on Carl Robinson's Salford City, who are also up there in 3rd place to the automatic. This is probably the game of the round. Salford 2-1 winners over Swindon last season. There was a 2-2 draw back in March. Yeah. Swindon very much goals galore, 17 goals scored, 10 conceded, not very good defensively. But they are okay due to the ownership issues. I think Ian Holloway's got them playing some really good stuff in there as well. Can I get promoted to League One? We'll have to see. Salford won their last 3 over Wigan in the Cup, Tranmere, Shrewsbury also in the league. Swindon have won 4 on the bounce, 5 on the bounce. Shrewsbury, Crewe, Reading in the Cup as well. Barrow in there as well, and Harrogate too. I'm going to back a draw in this one. I think this will be a crazy game of football. I'm going to back a 2-2 draw in this one. I think it'll be an absolutely bonkers game of football. These usually are the games that are towards the top of this league. So yeah, back in a 2-2 draw between Salford and Swindon in this one. And then the final game of the match week is Walsall taking on Tranmere. Walsall doing really well under Matt Sadler so far this season. It's not been bad from them either. Has it 4th place for them at the moment. They're doing okay. Everybody thought they would drop off. They haven't dropped off. I spoke on the EFL review yesterday that they are doing okay. Tranmere down is 16th, kind of where people would expect them to be at this, from the start of the season, and where they probably likely will finish. Last time they did play was a 5-1 win, a whopping 5-1 win for Walsall back in January, and 24th of August was a home win for Tranmere in that one. I am going to back the home side, even though there is a due draw in there, but I am going to back a 1-0 Walsall home win, then like a 1-0 home victory. Do Walsall, they go over Chesterfield, they go over Salford, and yeah, I'm going to back Walsall to win this by 1-0 over Tranmere in this one. Thank you very much for watching my League 2 Game Week 9 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be League 1 predictions, as you know by now, tomorrow. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you all on the next one.